Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. I am so disappointed. I thought I was gonna have the little chat little thing on my whatever. So yeah. Why it says overload? Okay, whatever. Let's turn down I want to turn down the audio. Wait, hello. Desktop audio. I think it says overload, whatever. Okay. let's get into it. And Jacob dwelt in the land of his father, sojourning in the. Hold on, is that big? Okay, I had to check. Was that a little bigger than? And Jacob dwelt in the land of his father, and sojourning in the land of Canaan. These are the generation of Jacob. And Joseph was 17 years old when they took him down into the land of Egypt. I was about to say Enoch. Make sure you get something to drink, something to eat. I only had like a few cookies. I didn't really eat anything today. I don't know why. It says, and Potiphar, and the eunuch of Pharaoh, the chief cook, brought him, and he set Joseph over all his house. And the blessing of the Lord came unto the house of the Egyptian on the account of Joseph, and the Lord prospered him in all that he did. Man, I wish I could do lives like this on my TikTok, because that would be amazing. I would love to do like a Jubilee live, like study the Jubilee live. That would be so amazing. And the Egyptians committed everything into the hands of Joseph, but he saw that the Lord was with him, and that the Lord prospered him in all that he did. And Joseph's appearance was comely, and very beautiful was his appearance. And his master's wife lifted up her eyes and saw Joseph, and she loved him and besought him to lie with her. But he did not surrender his soul. He remembered the Lord, and the words which Jacob his father used to read from among the words of Abraham, that no man should commit fornication with a woman who has a wife. So we say fornication is like not being married and what's the name, but fornication is basically adultery here. It says that for him the punishment of death has been ordained in the heavens before the Most High God, and the sin will be recorded against him in the eternal books continually before the Lord. And Joseph remembered these words and refused to lie with her, and she besought him for a year, but he refused and would not listen. Why? I know Potiphar has some other servants. Why did Joseph, since Joseph was the head, why he didn't let nobody else deal with her? But she embraced him and held him fast in the house in order to force him to lie with her, and closed the doors of the house and held him fast. But he left his garment in her hands and broke through the doors and fled without from her presence. It says, and the woman saw that he would not lie with her, and she calumniated him in the presence of his Lord, saying, I think that word is lie. It says, say, thy Hebrew servant whom thou lovest sought to force me so that he might lie with me. It came to pass, when I lifted up my voice, that he fled and left his garment in my hands when I held him, and he brake through the doors. You know what? As I read this, her lie is not sitting right with me. So he forced you to lie with you. Okay. And so basically, this is exactly what it is reading. So, left his garment in my hands when I held him. Ma'am, 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 ma'am. Why are you holding him if he's forcing you? It says when I held. So basically, did you know in this passage right here, she is snitching on herself. She held him. Because if Joseph was the dominant force, he will hold her. He will have a hold of her. Not the other way around. Okay, can y'all comment and say, is that how rape goes? Because I really don't know. It says, and the Egyptians saw the garment of Joseph and the broken door, so that's the evidence, and heard the works of his wife, the words of his wife, so no one wise words. It says, and cast Joseph into the prison, into the place where the prisoner was kept, whom the king imprisoned. And he was there in prison, and the Lord gave Joseph favor in the sight of the chief of the prison guard, and compassion before him. For he saw that the Lord was with him, and that the Lord made all that he did to prosper. And he committed all things into his hands. And the chief of the prison guard knew of nothing that was with him. For Joseph did everything, and the Lord perfected it. I bet 50 these prisons are probably like the prisons in America. I don't know. It said, and he remained there 2 years. It said, in those days, Pharaoh, king of Egypt, was wrought against 2 of his eunuchs, against the chief butler and against the chief baker, and he put them in ward in the house of the chief cook in the prison where Joseph was kept. Okay, y'all. Okay, so early this morning I had like tea, and but I didn't really boil the water. I used something else, so I made sure I upload it for you guys. So give you like a hack. Maybe somebody figured this out before me, but I just want to let y'all. I just want to let y'all know this is not tea. This is cranberry juice. And it says, and the chief of the prison guards appointed Joseph to serve them, and he served them. He served before them. I'm trying to think who was the rude one between the chief baker and the butler. Possibly, I think it was the baker. Was the rude one. And he was like, oh yeah, he was like, oh, I have a dream, and da 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 da. Let's see, let's go check out Genesis. I don't know where at in Genesis, to be honest. Genesis, let's see, 35. Now this part, oh. I could have sworn I eliminated the numbers. Okay, so we're going to go back a chapter. We're going to go back a chapter again. Okay, there we go. We have 40. Yeah, it was the baker. It was the baker. He was the rude one. He said, oh yeah, when he was like, when Joseph was interpreting the dream of the chief butler, Like, that's when the bank was like, oh yeah, I had a dream, yada yada yada. Where is that verse at? Right here. When the chief baker saw that the interpretation was good, he said unto the dreamer, oh, I also was in the dream. So basically, he wasn't really paying him no mind. He was like listening, but he wasn't really paying him no mind. So I'm gonna say, yeah, he was definitely the rude one. Absolutely, and got his ass killed. And it says, and Pharaoh restored the chief butler to his office, and the chief baker he slew. As Joseph had interpreted to them, it says, but the chief butler forgot Joseph in the prison, although he had informed him what would befall him, and did not remember to inform Pharaoh how Joseph had told him, for he forgot. So we 40. That may not be quick to y'all, but that is one of the most quickest. That is one of the most quickest. That is one of the most quickest chapters that I ever read. So now we are in 40. So let's see what 40 befalls onto us. And it says, in those days Pharaoh dreamed 2 dreams in one night concerning a famine which was to be in all the land. So I just want to say this. Since Egypt is like a kingdom over like all the earth, God will give messages to that head, to the head, and then also like pharaohs and kings and like royalty, and people who are in authority, like the government. They also would have like religious system, musicians, and all that type of nature. We see that in Pharaoh, of course, and then also we see that in King Nebuchadnezzar, and then we also see that in King Ahab and what's her name, King Ahab and Jezebel. Those are the prophets. And then we see that in King David and Nathan. There we go, King David and Nathan. And it says, and he woke from his sleep and called the interpretation of the dreams that were in Egypt and musician, and told his 2 dreams, and they were not able to declare them. So we are going to keep reading because I want to know how did he respond? Okay, wait, I think I have to turn to Genesis because I want to know how he responded. Because I got something to say to him. I got something to say. So his crew couldn't interpret his dreams. Okay. That's what I thought. Okay. I just want to tell you, this Pharaoh right here, he is nicer than King Nebuchadnezzar. When his wise man and his musician couldn't foretell the dreams, he wanted them to die. You need to read Daniel upon that. Okay, wait, how long is this live? 14 minutes? Actually, since it's like 14 minutes, we could go to Daniel ourselves. I just don't know where. Like, seriously. I know it's not Daniel 7. Of course not. It's not Daniel 7. Let's see. Daniel chapter... Let's go to 4. Actually, it was beforehand. I think it was 3. Right, it was 3. See, I was close. Or maybe Bart was 4. Am I missing something? I feel like I'm missing something. Let me put this down. I am totally missing something. I thought that King Nebuchadnezzar wanted to have uh, his messenger killed because they could not interpret a dream. What translation I'm reading? King James. Hold up. I skimmed all over through chat because what the hell? And where is it at? Oh, it's in 2? Hmm. Okay, here's the punishment. Right here. You should be cut in pieces and your house should be Yeah, right here. This is exactly what I was talking about. It says for this, the king was very angry and he wanted to destroy all the wise men of Babylon. Yeah, this is what I was talking about. So basically, I went too far ahead. I was about to say, I was gonna say Mandela effect. I was really gonna say that. I'm like, okay, I'm getting frustrated. Like, dead serious. But like I said, Pharaoh is a little bit more nicer than King Nebuchadnezzar. That's all I just want to say. He's just like a little bit more nicer. Where did we leave off at? Where did we leave off at? Because I really don't know where we left off at. It says, he said before Pharaoh that his two dreams were one. And he said unto him, 7 years shall come in which there shall be plenty over all the land of Egypt, and all that 7 years of famine, such a famine as has not been in all the land. And now let Pharaoh appoint overseers in all the land of Egypt, and let them store up food in every city throughout the days of the year of the plenty, and there will be food for the 7 years of famine, and the land will not perish throughout the famine, for it will be very severe. Okay, I want to ask you, do you think this famine, this 7 year famine, have to be Joseph's brother's karma? What do y'all think? Comment. It says the Lord gave Joseph favor and mercy in the eyes of Pharaoh, and Pharaoh said unto himself, we shall not find such a wise and discreet man as this man, for the Spirit of the Lord is with him. And he appointed him the second in all his kingdom, and gave him authority over all Egypt, and caused him to ride in the second chariot of Pharaoh. Okay, I want to ask you guys, with Egypt, do you think that Egyptian gods and the Mesopotamia gods are the same, but like with different names? I don't know. What y'all think? Comment. Okay, it says, and he clothed him with bison garments. He put a gold chain on his neck, and a hireling proclaimed before him, Eli. Sounds like Hebrew to me. Eli, look at that. And placed a ring on his hand, and made him ruler over all his house, and magnify him. Magnify him. Make him great in his place. And said unto him, only on the throne shall I be greater than thou. And Joseph ruled over all the land of Egypt, and all the princes of Pharaoh. Pharaoh, and all the princes of Pharaoh and all his servants, all who did the king's business, loved him, for he walked in uprightness, for he was without pride and arrogancy, and he had no respect of persons, and did not accept gift, but he judged in uprightness all the people of the land. And the land of Egypt was at peace before Pharaoh because of Joseph. For the Lord was with him, and gave him favor and mercy for all his days, for all his generation, before all those who knew him, and those who heard concerning him. And Pharaoh's kingdom was well ordered, and there was no Satan and no evil person therein. Okay, now I just had a download. What if like the karma that the famine was because the Canaanites? What y'all think? Make sure y'all comment what y'all think here, because that really is intriguing. Okay, let's see. It says, and the king called Joseph's name is, can't pronounce that, and I won't. And gave Joseph to wife the daughter of Potiphar, the daughter of the priest of Phison, the chief cook. And on the day that Joseph stood before Pharaoh, he was 30 years old when he stood before Pharaoh. In that year, Isaac died. And it says, it came to pass, as Joseph had said in the interpretation of his dreams, according as he had said it, there was 7 years of plenty over all the land of Egypt. And the land of Egypt abundantly produced one measure producing 1,800 measures. And Joseph gathered food into every city until they were filled with corn, and sometimes corn is translated as for wheat, until they could no longer count and measure it for its multitudes. So we are in 41. Okay, so we are in chapter 41, and we are going to see what it befalls unto us. And I feel like this is when we dive into Judah. Or raise your hand who you like. Okay, who is your favorite brother out of like the children of Israel? Like, who is your favorite brother out of the children? And make sure you comment. Let's see. Oh, who's my favorite brother? I'm gonna let y'all know who my favorite brother is. In the 45th Jubilee, in the second week in the third year, Judah took for his firstborn Eri a wife from the daughter of Herod, named Tamar. Okay, hold on. Let's do like a little let's do a little stuff. Let's see what's the time we have. So we are on 41. We have 45. Damn, this is gonna be a short live. I thought it was gonna be long. This is gonna be short. So we're gonna strengthen this out. Okay, let's see. Okay. So they're Arabs? Oh no. So Hiram is in this district right here in the yellow. Y'all see this? Let's bring the picture up. This is Hiram. Do you see another picture called Hiram? You don't see it there. Let's see. There's another picture. Like Iraq. Oh, we know what those women look like. They're beautiful. Why did he not choose her? Right. Why did Judah not pick her to be his wife? But he hated and did not lie with her because his mother was the daughters of Canaan. And he wished to take him a wife of the kinsman of his mother, but Judah his father would not permit him. So basically, Judah's son hated Tamar because she wasn't a kinsman of his mother. That's why the Lord slew him? Okay. And this Eri, the firstborn of Judah, was wicked, and the Lord slew him. I'm gonna be honest, when I got with this story, when I got to this story in Genesis, it always confused me. I said, why the hell did God kill him? It said he was wicked. What happened? So I guess Jubilees tell us what happened. It's brief, but at least we got it. We got a little bit of it, and we know why God killed him. It says it in Genesis. So Judah's second son. And Judah said unto and his brother, go in unto thy brother's wife and perform the duty of a husband brother unto her, and rise up seed unto thy brother. And Onan knew that the seed would not be his, but his brother's seed. And he went into the house of his brother's wife and split the seed and spilled the seed on the ground, and he was wicked in the eyes of the Lord, and he slew him. And Judah said unto Tamar his daughter-in-law, Remain in thy father's house. Remain in thy father's house as a widow, till Shelah my son be grown up, and I shall give thee to him to wife. About this time, Judah said, Nope, I'm not doing that. He basically lied to her. It says, and he grew up, but Bethel, the wife of Judah, did not permit. Oh, so basically, his wife did not permit. He didn't do it. Did not permit her son Shelah to marry, and God killed her. We all know that. It don't say God killed her, but we all know God killed her. It said, but Susa, the wife of Judah, died in the 5th year of this week. In the 6th year, Judah went up to shear his shepherd at Timnah, and they told Tamar, Behold, thy father-in-law goes up to Timnah to shear his field. And she put on her widow's clothes, and put on the veil. Okay. It's not, okay, this is how, oh shoot. Okay, this is how we covers our heads. So, when she said it says she put on the veil and adorned herself. So basically, she got dolled up. She actually, to be honest, she could put on a wig. I don't know, but if she didn't put on the wig, she probably looked like an Indian, like covering like the face, like this. This is probably what she looked at. Hold on. Wait. I think y'all see my screen. Hold on. I'm sorry, you guys. I am thoroughly wrapped up. I am so wrapped up. So, this is probably what Tamar she probably, okay, wait, hold on. Wait, y'all can't really see me. Okay, she probably didn't wear it like this, but she probably covered her mouth looking like an Indian or what you call it, a Catholic. She did, yeah. It probably looked like that, or she probably had on a wig. I look good. Anyway, so let's continue on. I might keep this on because I might keep this on. This made me want to keep it on. And she said she put on the veil and adored herself. So she basically she had on makeup. And it said it sat in the gates adjoining the way to Timnah, and as Judah was going along, he found her and thought her to be an harlot. You know what? We need to research what did harlots wear back in the day. I know Proverbs talk about the attire of a harlot, probably like short skirts and like revealing and shit like that. But what else do they wear besides clothing? Probably makeup and wigs and that nature. But let's have the proof. I probably make a long form content or a short, so make sure you subscribe for that. And he said unto her, Let me come in unto thee. And she said unto him, Come in. And he went in. Hold the hell on. So you hold the hell on. Where did they have sex at? Did they have sex outside? What did they do with that? They didn't have cars like today. Where did they have sex at? Or did she go in her father's house? She probably went in her father's house or went in his house or whatever. What happened? And he went in, and she said unto him, Give me my hire. And he said unto her, I have nothing in my hands, save my ring that is on my finger, and my necklace, and my staff which is in my hand. And she said unto him, Give them to me until thou doest send me my hire. And he said unto her, I will send unto thee a kid of the goats. And he gave them to her, and he went in unto her, and she conceived by him. And Judah went unto his sheep, and she went to her father's house. Like I said, where did they have sex at? And Judah sent a kid of the goats by the hand of his shepherd, and Adulamite, and he found her nigh. He asked the people of the place, said, where is the harlot who was here? And he said unto thee, there is no harlot here with us. And he returned and informed him and said unto him that he has not found her. I asked the people of the place, and they said unto me, there is no harlot here. And he said, let her keep them, lest we become a cause of deride. And when she had completed 3 months, it was manifest that she was with child. And they told Judah, saying, behold, Tamar thy daughter-in-law is with child by whoredom. And Judah went to the house of her father, and said unto her father and brothers, bring her forth, and let them burn her, for she has wrought uncleanness in Israel. This is like when you commit sexual sin, any sexual fire, you have to die by fire. But yeah, it says it came to pass when they brought to burn her, that she sent to her father-in-law the ring and the necklace and the staff, saying, Deserve whose art these? For by him am I with child. And Judah acknowledged and said, Tamar is more righteous than I. It says, therefore, let them burn her not, and for that reason she was not given to Sheila, and he did not again approach her. And after that, this is my theory. I feel like Judah and Tamar is supposed to be together. What do y'all think? I really do. I think that. And it says, and after that she bare 2 sons, Perez and Zerah in the 7th year of the 2nd week. I'm gonna be out shooting. With Genesis, I feel like there wasn't really any dates, possibly years and weeks, but it really wasn't really any dates. I don't know, y'all can correct me. And it says, and thereunto the 7th year of the fruitfulness were accomplished, of which Joseph spake to Pharaoh. So while Joseph up in leadership, Judah is just getting his little freak out. It says, and Judah acknowledged that the deeds which he had done was evil, for he has lain with his daughter-in-law, and he esteemed it hateful in his eyes. Ooh. Judah, you are a good man! You are so good! Okay, I just want to reveal, Judah's my all-time favorite. I just want to reveal that to you. Not now! He's been my all-time favorite. Judah's like my own, he's my favorite. And he acknowledged that, but the most righteous one will be Joseph. Yes, most definitely. And he acknowledged that he has transgressed and gone astray, for he has uncovered the skirt of his son. Same sin with Reuben, but kind of different, right? And he began to lament and repent, and to supplicate before the Lord because of his transgression. And we told him in a dream that he was forgiven, because he supplicated earnestly, he repented earnestly and lamented, and did not again commit it. That's what you're supposed to do. When you commit a sin, you're supposed to repent and don't do it again. It says, and he received forgiveness because he turned from his sins and from his ignorance, and for he transgressed greatly before our God. And everyone that acts thus, everyone who lies with his mother-in-law, let them burn with fire, that he may burn therein. For there is uncleanness and pollution unto them, with fire let them burn. And do thou command the children of Israel that there be no uncleanness among them. For everyone who lies with his daughter-in-law or with his mother-in-law has wrought uncleanness. With fire let them burn the man who has lain with her, and likewise the woman. and he who turns away wrath and punishment from Israel. And unto Judah we said that his two sons has not lain with her, and for this reason his seed was established for a second generation, will not be rooted out. It said, for in the singleness of the eye he has gone and sought for punishment, namely according to the judgment of Abraham, which he has commanded his son. Judah has sought to burn her with fire. We are in the middle. Okay, did y'all catch a glimpse of that? We are in chapter 42 now. I think we're heading back to Joseph. Let's dive in. Let's take a trip down to Egypt. It says in the first year of the third week of the 45th Jubilee, the famine began to come into the land, and the rain refused to be given to the earth, for none whatever fell. And the earth grew barren, but in the land of Egypt there was food. For Joseph had gathered the seed of the land in the 7 years of plenty and had preserved it. And the Egyptian came to Joseph that he might give them food, and he opened the storehouse where was the grain of the first year. He sold it to the people of the land for gold. It says, now the famine was very sore in the land of Canaan, and Jacob heard that there was food in Egypt, and he sent his 10 sons that they should procure food for him in Egypt. But Benjamin did not send. And the 10 sons of Jacob arrived in Egypt among those that were there. So in Egypt custom, 555 on the time. In Egypt custom, men are to be like shaven, like bald head shaving and things of that nature. But in the Israel custom, I think we read in the past that Joseph, he didn't have a beard. So with Israel custom, men are required to have beards and not to shave off the corner of beards or their heads. So yeah, like be bald and things of that nature. And but also yeah, it says where the hell we at? And Joseph recognized them because they your brothers, and you know that you look just like them. That's the reason why you recognize them. It said, but they did not recognize him. He spake unto them and questioned them, and says unto them, are ye not spies, and have ye not come to explore the approaches of the land? And he put them in warded, and after that he set them free again, and detained Simeon alone, and sent of his 9 brothers. He filled their sacks with corn, and he put their gold in their sacks, and they did not know. And he commanded them to bring their younger brother, which is his real brother, like got the same father and the same mother. Like I'm talking about, like this is not his half brother, this is his brother. So this is he wanted to see him. I bet 50 Benjamin and Joseph look just alike. True team, I feel like here are the sons who I feel like act just like Jacob. I want to say Judah for one. I want to say Reuben too, just a little bit, like Reuben of course. But lastly, I'm gonna get he's my other favorite. I love him. Actually, I'm naming all my 3 favorites. Levi. Like I love me some Levi. Levi, he's not my first favorite, but I still love Levi. That nigga, yeah, I love Levi. Judah and Levi is my ultimate favorites. It will be Reuben, but what he did to his dad was wrong. So no. And I feel like Reuben be the most finest out of all brothers, probably. What y'all think? And then they went up from the land of Egypt, and they came to the land of Canaan, and they told their father all that has befall them, and how the Lord of the country has spoken roughly to them, and has seized Simeon till they should bring Benjamin. And Jacob said, Me have ye bereaved of my children. Joseph is not, and Simeon also is not, and ye will take Benjamin away. On me has your wickedness come. And he said, My son will not go down with you, lest peration he falls sick. For their mother gave birth to 2 sons, and one has perished, and this one also ye will take from me. And peration he took a fever on the road, ye will bring down my old age with sorrow unto death. For he saw that their money has been returned to every man in his sack, and for this reason he feared to send him. And the famine increased and became sore in the land of Canaan, and all the land says in the land of Egypt. For many of the children of the Egyptians had stored up their seed for food. I'm getting hot. Gotta take this off. But I still got a covering on. It says, and have stored up their seed for food from the time when they saw Joseph gathering seed together and putting it in storehouses and preserving it for the years of the famine. And the people of Egypt fed themselves thereon during the first year of the famine. But when Israel saw that the famine was very sore in the land, and that there was no deliverance, he said unto us, Go again and procure food for us, that we die not. And they said, We shall not go, lest our younger brother go with us. We shall not go. And Israel saw that he did not send them. He did not send him with them. They should all perish by the reason of the famine. And Reuben said, Give him into my hand. If I do not bring him back to thee, slay my 2 sons instead of his son. And he said unto him, He should not go with thee. And Judah came near and said, Send him with me, and if I do not bring him back to thee, let me bear the blame before thee all the days of my life. Oh my God. Oh my God. Jacob did not trust Reuben. He said he sent him with them, and he trusts Judah though. It says, and he sent him with them in the 2nd year of this week on the 1st day of the month. And they came to the land of Egypt with all those who went, and they had presents in their hands, staten and almonds and nuts and pure honey. And they went and stood before Joseph, and he saw Benjamin his brother. And he knew him, and said unto them, Is this your younger brother? And he said unto them, It is. It is he. And he said, The Lord is gracious to thee, my son. He said, how old is Benjamin? It said, and he sent him unto his house, and he brought forth Simeon unto them, and he made a feast for them, and they presented to him the gift which they had brought in their hands. We got an hour going? Not yet. Might be long, might not. Reason why we made it long is because I don't know what ones we doing. We was going through some mess. It said they eat before him, and he gave them all a portion, but the portion of Benjamin was 7 times larger than that of any of theirs. And they eat and drank and arose and remained with their asses, donkeys. And Joseph devised a plan whereby he might learn their thoughts as to whether thoughts of peace prevailed amongst them. And that's why he did what he did. Okay. It says, and he said to the steward who was over his house, Fill all their sacks with food, and return their monies unto them, saying unto them into their vessel, and my cup, the silver cup out which I drank. put in the sack of the youngest, and send them away. We dealing in now chapter 43. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna turn on the light because it's getting dark. Okay, so we are in chapter 43, and we left but Joseph is basically pranking his brothers because he wants to know their thoughts and things of that nature. I don't know what just happened, but something just happened. I gotta upload some pictures on my Instagram because it's really getting late. Like seriously, I gotta do some pictures on my Instagram after this live. So make sure you follow me on my Instagram at Isis Unperfect. Oh wait. Oh, I clicked out. Y'all can't see my screen. And he did as Joseph had told him, and filled all their sacks for them with food, and put their money in their sacks, and put the cup in Benjamin's sack. And and early in the morning they departed, and came to pass that when they had gone from hence, Joseph said unto the steward of his house, pursue them, run and seize them, saying, for good ye have requited me with evil. You have stolen from me the silver cup out of which my Lord drinks. I wonder how old is Jacob. Maybe they tell us. So we have 43. We got 2 more chapters. So basically, my next Jubilee series will be the final part. And I already have a title of what I'm going to name it, because what I found out in that chapter, it surprised the hell out of me. And it has something concerned with the Sabbath. It says, and bring to me their youngest brother, and fetch him quickly before I go forth to my seat of judgment. Seat of judgment, it sounds like Christ. It says, he ran after them and said unto them according to these words. And they said unto him, God forbid that thy son should do this thing, and steal from the house of thy Lord any utensils, and the money also which we found in our sacks the first time, we thy servants brought back from the land of Egypt. How then should we steal any utensil? Behold, here are we in our sack search, and wherever thou findest the cup the cup in the sack of any man among us, let him be slain, and we and our asses will serve thy Lord. It said, he said unto them, not so. The man with whom I find him only shall I take as a servant, and ye shall return in peace unto your house. And as he was searching in their vessels, beginning with the eldest and ending with the youngest, it was found in Benjamin's sack. And they rented their clothing, which means they tore their clothing. They rented their garments, and laden their asses, and returned to the city, and came to the house of Joseph. And they all bowed themselves on their faces to the ground before him. Dream fulfilled. It says, and Joseph said unto them, ye have done evil. And they said, what shall we say, and how shall we defend ourselves? Our Lord has discovered the transgression of his servant. Behold, we are the servants of our Lord, and our asses also. And Joseph said unto them, I too fear the Lord. As for you, go ye to your homes, and let your brother be my servant, for ye have done evil. Know ye not that man delights in his cup, as I with this cup, and yet ye have stolen it from me. And Joseph said, O my Lord, let thy servant, I pray thee, speak a word in my Lord's ear. 2 brothers did thy servant's mother bear to thy father. One went away and one was lost, and has not been found. He just don't know he's speaking to him, like literally right now. He alone is left of his mother, and thy servant our father loves him. And his life also is bound up with the life of this lad. It will come to pass when we go to thy servant our father, and the lad is not with us, that he will die, and we shall bring down our father with sorrow unto death. Now rather let me thy servant abide instead of the boy as a bondman unto my Lord, and let the lad go with his brother, for I became surest for him at the hands of thy servant our father. If I do not bring him back, thy servant will hear the blame to our father forever. And Joseph saw that they were all according to goodness with one another, and he could not refrain himself and told them that he was Joseph. And he conversed with them in the Hebrew tongue, and fell on their neck and wept. But they knew him not, and they began to weep. And he said unto them, Weep not over me, but hasten and bring my father to me, that ye see that it is my mouth, and speaketh in the eyes of my brother Benjamin see. For behold, this is the second year of the famine, and there are still 5 years without harvest of food of the trees or plowing. Come down quickly, ye in your household, so that ye perish not through the famine, and do not be grieved for your possession. For the Lord sent me before you to set things in order that many people might be saved. And tell my father that I am still alive, and ye, behold, ye see that the Lord has made me as a father to Pharaoh, and a ruler over his house, and over all the land of Egypt. And tell my father of all my glory, and all the riches and glory that the Lord has given me. And by the command of the mouth of Pharaoh, he gave them chariots and provision for the way, and he gave them many colored raiment and silver. And to their father he sent raiment, silver, and 10 asses, which carried corn, and he sent them away. And they went up and told their father that Joseph was alive, and was measuring out corn to all the nations of the earth, and that he was a ruler over all the land of Egypt. And their father did not believe it, for he was beside himself in his mind. But when he saw the wagon which Joseph had sent, the life of his spirit revived. Okay, now in Genesis, it talks about, it's like, in Genesis, it says, it didn't say Jacob, it says Israel sat up in the bed. It says, and he said, It is enough for me if Joseph lives. I will go down and see him before I die. We have 43, 44. We had chapter 44, and we are 48 minutes. We are 48 minutes away for the ending of this live. Make sure you like this video. I should have said that beforehand, right? It says, chapter 44, and Israel took his journey. Hold on. Let's pause on the intermission. so quit messing with me. I may be heavy, but I'm not fatty. Huh? Okay, y'all. I just want to let you know, if you have parents, make sure you give them hugs and kisses and you tell them that you love them every day. Make sure you'll appreciate them. With everything that they did in the past, you forgive them. And also seek counseling as well. We are not perfect. They was not perfect. It is up to you to break generation curses. Okay. Okay, let's see what else. Huh? Where are we at? I lost my spot. Oh wait, I didn't lose my spot. We're entering into chapter 44. And Israel took his journey from Huran from his house on the new moon of the 3rd month, and he went on the way of the well of the earth, and he offered a sacrifice to God of his father Isaac on the 7th of this month. Okay. And Jacob remembered the dream that he had seen at Bethel, and he feared to go down into Egypt. And while he was thinking of sending... Okay, I got a question. So why the Most High didn't want the temple at Bethel again? I have to rewatch my own life. But, yeah, Bethel was supposed to be the house of God, but really, he said the true house of God is in another place. If you already know your Bible, this other place is Jerusalem. And whilst he was thinking of sending word to Joseph to come to him, and that he would not go down, he remained there 7 days. In Pardesh, he could see in the vision as to whether he should remain or go down. And he celebrated the harvest festival of first fruit. I was about to ask, what festival is this? The harvest festival of first fruit with old grain, for in all that the land of Canaan there was not a handful of seed in the land, for the famine was over all the beasts, cattle, birds, and also over the man. I bit my tongue, but it didn't really hurt. On the 16th, the Lord appeared unto him and said unto him, Jacob, Jacob. And he said, Here I am. He said unto him, I am the God of thy father, the God of Abraham and Isaac. And Jacob. Fear not to go down into Egypt, for I will there make of thee a great nation. I will go down with thee, and I will bring thee up again. And in this land shall thou be buried, and Joseph shall put his hands upon thy eyes. He blind too? It says, Fear not, go down into Egypt. And his sons rose up, and his sons' sons. They placed their father and their possessions upon wagons. Wagons is kind of like vehicles, so we can understand that. And Israel rose up from the well of the oak on the 16th of this 3rd month. It's really the 3rd month, like right now, but it's not the 16th. That'd be so ironic if it really was the 16th. That'd be so crazy. And he went to the land of Egypt, and Israel sent Judah before him to his son Joseph to examine the land of Goshen. 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 Hey, should we add worship at the end instead of the beginning? That would be neat. Hold on, okay. For Joseph has told his brothers that they should come and dwell there, that they might be near him. You know what? I'm gonna look up some copyright-free music for worship here, like worship on here. And this was the goodliest land in the land of Egypt, and near to him for all of them, and also for the cattle. And these are the names of the son of Jacob who went into Egypt with Jacob their father. Reuben, the firstborn of Israel. And these are the names of his son. Enoch. This is the different Enoch, y'all. So we got 2 Enoch. And Palu and Hezron and Carmaphi. What the fuck? Simeon and his sons. And these are the name of his sons. Jebuel and Jimin and Hohad and Jaed and Zahar and Shaw, the son of Zebonite woman 7, Levi and his son. Which one is Moses' father? Is this Moses' father? These are the name of his son. Is this Moses' father? Which one is Moses' father? It says the name of the sons of Geron and Kohath and Mr. 4. Hold on. Why is Moses' father not on here? Y'all see that? Okay, Moses' father, his name is, it starts with an A. So basically, his father, his great uncle, by marriage. Oh, okay. So Exodus 6 and 18. So basically, this is Levi's sons, and Moses' father, Moses' father. This is his father. Read Exodus 6 and 18. Yeah. Okay. Judah his sons, and these are the. It said these are the names of his sons. Is this Sheila? And okay, that person was picking up something. Perez and Zilphor. What the hell? Issachar and his sons, and these are the names of his sons. Sheri, Leon, and Jilid 4, and these are the sons of Jacob, and their sons who Leah bore to Jacob in Mesopotamia. 6 and their other one sister Dinah, and all the souls of the sons of Leah and their sons went with Jacob their father into Egypt were 29, and Jacob the fire being with them, they're 30. It's more. We're going to keep going. And the son of Zebulun. No, that's not Zebulun. That's not Zebulun. That's Zebulun. Leah's Zilpah, Leah's handmaid, the wife of Jacob, who bore unto Jacob Gad and Asher, and these are the name of their son who went with him into Egypt. The son of Gad Xiphon, we just gonna call it Haggai, and Shinan, and Expon, and Iron, and Ordiate. And the sons of Rachel, the wife of Jacob, Joseph and Benjamin, and there was born to Joseph in Egypt before his father came in Egypt, though who was a son of a daughter of Potiphar, priest Huthapus, bare him Manasseh and Ephraim the third. And the sons of Benjamin, Belai and Belcher. Okay, so Benjamin, he's an older man. He's older. We see since he has sons, he's older. And it says, and Ashabel, Gerad, Namoth, Io, Rose, Mephaim, and Hiphraim, and Arak. And all the sons of Rachel was 14. And says, and the sons of Biah, the handmaid of Rachel, the wife of Jacob, whom she bore to Jacob, were Dan and Naphtali. I thought he had somebody named Zebulun. Maybe I'm seeing things. Maybe I'm doing something wrong. I thought he had some named Zebulun. Anyway. Okay, there's the 5. Thank you. Basically, it's not really a contradiction. And there was the names of their sons who went with them into Egypt. And the sons of them were Hushim, Simon, and Ashdai, and Ijakah, and Solomon. We're going to call him Salomon. And they died in the year in which they entered into the Egypt. And they was left to Dan Hisham alone. And these are the names of the son Nephtali, Jizillah, Gunna, Ziller, Shulam, and Ivy. Ivy, who was born after the year of the famine, died in Egypt. All the sons of Rachel was 26. All the sons of Jacob which went into Egypt was 70 sons. The Old Testament confirmed it was 70. But listen to this. These are the children and the children's children, in all 70. But 5 died in Egypt before Joseph had no children. So basically 75. It says, in the land of Canaan, 2 sons of Judah died, Eri and Iran, and they had no children, and the children of Israel buried those who perished, and they were reckoned among the 70 Gentile nations. 70 Gentile nations. 70. Gentile nations. 70 Gentile nations. So this is the final part of the live. This is chapter 45. If you've been with me all this time, thank you. So let's kick. Oh wait. I clicked out. Let's click into it. Chapter 45. I want to write that 70 souls now. I really do. I'm gonna write that 70 souls down. I really do. Wait. I'm gonna put it right here. 70 souls in Jacob. 70 souls. Wait, 70 nations. I said 70 souls. 70 Gentile nations. Okay. It says Israel went into the country of Egypt. Israel went to the country of Egypt, into the land of Goshen, on the new moon of the 4th moon in the second year of the third week of the 45th Jubilee. It says Joseph went to meet his father Jacob to the land of Goshen. He fell on his father's neck and wept. And Israel said unto Joseph, Now let me die, since I have seen thee. Now may the Lord God of Israel be blessed, the God of Abraham and the God of Isaac, who has not withheld his mercy and his grace from his servant Jacob. It is enough for me that has seen thy face, whilst I am yet alive. Yea, true is the vision which I saw at Bethel. Blessed be the Lord my God forever and ever, and blessed be his name. Y'all, I am still mad at Esau. It's not really more so of Esau. It was more so of his sons. I am still mad. So watch my last live of the future of the Edomites. It's going to really shock you. And it goes hand in hand with Obadiah. Okay, now let's continue. It says Joseph and his brothers eat bread before their father and drank wine. That sounds like communion to me. Passover without the lamb. I'd be weak if they had a lamb. It says, and Jacob rejoiced with exceeding great joy because he saw Joseph eating with his brothers and drinking before him. And he blessed the Creator of all things who had preserved him, and had preserved for him his 12 sons. Jacob was getting his freak on. And Joseph had given to his father and to his brother as a gift the right of dwelling in the land of Goshen and in Ramsey and all the region round about, which he ruled over before Pharaoh. And Israel and his sons dwelt in the land of Goshen, the best part of the land of Egypt. Israel was 130 years when he came to Egypt. That's the question I had. He was old. And Joseph nourished his father and his brethren, and also their possession with bread as much as sufficed them for the 7 years of the famine. The land of Egypt suffered by reason of the famine, and Joseph acquired all the land of Egypt for the Pharaoh in return for food, and he got possession of the people and their cattle and everything for Pharaoh. And the years of the famines were accomplished. And Joseph gave to the people in the land seed and food, that they might sow the land in the 8th year, for the river has overflowed all the land of Egypt. For in the 7 years of the famine it has not overflowed, and has aggregated only a few places on the banks of the river, but now it's overflowed, and the Egyptians sowed the land and bore much corn that year. It said this was the first year of the first week of the 45th Jubilee. And Joseph took the corn of the harvest, the 5th part for the king, and left 4 parts for them for food and for seed. And Joseph made it an ordinance for the land of Egypt until this day. And Israel lived in the land of Egypt 17 years, and all the days which he lived were 3 jubilees. 3 jubilees. 3 jubilees, that is 7 years times 7. So that's 3. Okay, so it says 147 years. And he died in the 4th year of the 5th week of of the 45th Jubilee. It says all the days which he lived was 3 Jubilees. So he lived 3 Jubilees. That is 210 days. No, not 10 days. 10 years. My bad. It says 147 years. And I feel like the 147 years, I feel like that's when he was in Egypt. Right. He lived another 100 years, but let's see. What the hell's wrong with my math? Yeah, it says 147. Yeah, what the fuck is wrong with my damn math? Because ain't a Jubilee like the 7th year? Hold on. Let's see. Or is a Jubilee 50, not 70? It's 50. I thought it was 70. So let me do my math again. So 50 times 3. Oh yeah, that had me messed up. I thought it was 70. My bad. So 50 times 3. So 1, 5. I still got 150. Wait, hold on. Yeah, I got 150 years. That's what it says. 147. It said he lived were 3 Jubilees. So 5, 5, 5, 5. So 100 and then 150. But it's like 147. He died in the 4th year. In the 4th year. Year of the 5th week of the 45th Jubilee. Yeah. Yeah, he lived were 3 Jubilees. Or is it trying to say in 3 Jubilees that he's seen 3 Jubilees? That's what I'm getting. Because that's crazy as hell. It says, in Israel blessed his son, and we know the blessings. And that's, I'm going to say Genesis 50, I believe. I don't know. He blessed his son before he died and told them everything that would befall in the land of Egypt. And he made known to them which would come upon them in the last day, and blessed them and gave to Joseph 2 portions in the land. And he slept with his father, and he was buried in the double cave in the land of Canaan near Abraham his father, in the grave which he dug for himself in the double cave in the land of Hebron. He gave all his books and the books of his father to Levi his son, that he might preserve them and renew them for his children until this day. So thank you for watching my live. I just want to tell you guys is that make sure you watch my other lives as well, my Jubilee series, and I see you back next time, man. This is actually fun. It's gonna be the final part, and you do not want to miss it. Thank you. Oh wait, I forgot to do the song. So long, farewell to you, my friend. For now, goodbye. Until we meet again, and I messed up. Bye bye. for you, my friend. For now, goodbye. Until we meet again, it is so great to be with together in the box. And it's time to say goodbye. So long, farewell to you.